Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. So if you are, if you're just joining us, can we please ask you to rename your profile name with the student's name and the school name. So if you are a teacher with your students, with your performing students, can you please rename yourself with the students' names and the school name so we can identify them quickly and give them access to microphone and camera when it's their turn. If you do not know how to do this or you need support with this, just send us a chat and we can help you with the renaming. So again, if you're a teacher with your performing student or a parent with your performing student, can I please ask you to rename yourself with the student's name and the school name? This helps us identify who is here today and give them access to the microphone and camera when it's their turn to perform. If you are a teacher or a parent, and you're here to support your students, but your students are not with you, you would like to just support them and listen to them, then please please follow us on YouTube. I have just put the link on YouTube now on the chat, I mean. Sorry, excuse me. If you are a parent or a teacher with no performing student and you're here to support them, you are more than welcome to by using the YouTube link that I've just put in the chat, and you can watch us live. For schools, yes, you were using one device for both students. That is okay, that is fine. I saw that you have renamed yourself with both the students' names, so that's very good, thank you. That's very helpful. And if you are a student, just rename yourself with your full name and your school name so we can find you easily when it's your turn to perform. Thank you. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. We're just waiting on the judge to join and a couple of more students. It doesn't matter, you can write the school name first or the student's name first. It doesn't matter as long as we have both, so we can identify the students when it's their turn to join. I'll just wait for a thumbs up from my colleagues, Mia and Alia, to know if we are ready to go. I think we are waiting maybe on a couple of more students. Thank you all for joining us. We're so excited to hear your performances and to watch you perform. We are very proud of every one of you who is here today to perform. I know it's not easy in front of a screen, but we're very proud of all of you for being here today, and we look forward to hearing your performances. Someone is asking about masks. If it is safe for you to do so, please check with your teacher. Then you can remove your mask. Otherwise, if you need to keep your mask, that's fine, but you just need to come closer to the screen that we can hear you clearly. And we'll test these things when it's your turn, so don't worry. When we call on your name, we will make sure that your camera and your microphone are working very well and we can hear you and see you well before you start. But if please check with your teacher, if you are with a teacher, if it's okay to remove the mask first. If not, then don't worry, you can keep the mask on and recite your poem. So Mia, just let me know when we are ready to start. If we have everyone here, or Alia. So I am here with my colleagues, Mia and Alia. And they have been supporting and working very hard with all of you to make sure that you all know the dates and the times and to be here. So I want to thank them for their hard work. And to the teachers who are here today, I also want to thank you for supporting your students and helping them with their poems. We really appreciate all your work, and we wish all the students the best of luck. Who have just joined, there are a couple of people who just joined. If I can ask you, please, if you are with a student who's performing, can you rename yourself with the student's name and the school name, so we can identify the students who are here and know that they are here and ready to perform. And this also helps us give them access to the microphone and camera when it's their turn to perform. So if I can just ask the couple of people who just joined recently to rename themselves with the student's name and the school name. If you are a parent or a teacher and you're here to support your students, can I please ask you to watch us live on the YouTube link, which I've put in the chat, and we can put again now as well.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. My name is Alia, and I'm joined here by my colleagues, Dania, who you already know, and Mia, who's helping us go through the list of students today. We are ready to begin now, Dania. All the best to all the students.
Excellent. And good morning, Danabel. Thank you, Alia. So I'll just do some housekeeping rules on how today is going to go. We will start with the 8 to 15 age group, and we will announce your name and your school name and the poem that you will be reciting and give you access to the camera and microphone. Once your camera and microphone are on, we'll just give you a thumbs up or tell you all is good, and you can go ahead and start reciting your poem. If you would like to introduce yourself again, that's fine. We would love to hear your voice as well and hear from you. So introduce yourself and then start with your poem recitation. For the 14 to 18 age group, we require the students to offer a justification of why they've chosen the poem. So you can do that first and then recite your poem, or you can do it the other way around. That's fine, as long as you don't forget the justification, as it's part of the scoring, the judging criteria. So for the 14 to 18, a justification is required. 8 to 13, you do not need a justification, as soon as we call your name and you are ready to perform, just go ahead with your poem. So I would like to introduce our judge for today. We have Danabel Gutierrez, who is a multi-awarded writer, actress, poet, and photographer. She is the author of poetry books, I Long to Be the River, and Until the Dreams Come True, Until the Dreams Come, and chapter books, Eventually, The River Surrenders, and Softer. Thank you so much, Danabel, for being with us today. And before we start, I'd like to give the microphone to Annabelle to wish you all the best before you start.
All right, everyone. Today's the day. Good luck. All the best. Take a deep breath. Take your time. We're very excited. I'm very excited to hear all of you. And just know that whatever the results will be, I am very proud of you for actually doing this, for stepping up to the mic and for putting yourself out there. So good luck.
Thank you, Annabelle. And I just want to remind you all, do not worry if you have any technical difficulties. We will make it work. We will skip you and give you the chance to maybe log out and log in again, and hopefully it works. But we will come back to you, so your turn is not going to go. You're all going to get a chance to perform today. So don't worry. If all else fails, you can contact my colleague Mia, and we will figure something out for you. So don't worry, okay? And we are here to support you. We are here to cheer you, and we are ready to hear from you. So I'll hand you over now to my colleague Alia, who will be calling out for you, calling your names, and one by one to perform. I wish you all the best of luck, and over to you, Alia.
Thank you, Dania. A very warm welcome to all of you again, and all the best to you. Let's begin. So first up, we have Ryan Mohammed Ahmed from Hamaya School for Boys. Okay, Hamaya School is not here. We thought he was here, but they're not. So the two students from Hamaya School are not here yet. We will begin with Annabelle Morris from Horizon English School. Annabelle is going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Hi, Annabelle. Great, yes. Can you say something so that we can make sure we can hear you well?
Hi, my name's Annabelle from Horizon English School.
Can you step forward slightly? Yes, now say something.
Hi, my name's Annabelle from Horizon English School.
Fantastic, all good. All the best, Annabelle, go for it.
I'll be performing Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today I will spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classroom and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green, then copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow is back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy, we don't really mind. So tear up your homework, we'll give you an A. Oh, wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day.
Thank you, Annabelle. And I believe you have Jaden with you there as well. So Jaden Zawian is also from Horizon English School and is going to be reciting The Sea by James Reeves.
Hi, I'm Jaden from Horizon English School, and I'm going to be performing The Sea from James Reeves.
All the best to you.
Thank you. The sea is a hungry dog, giant and grey. He rolls on the beach all day with a tumbling sound. The sea is a hungry dog, giant and grey. He rolls on the beach all day with his clashing teeth and shaggy jaws. Hour upon hour he gnaws the rumbling, tumbling stone, and bones, 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 the giant sea dog moans. And when the night wind roars, and the moon rocks in the stormy cloud. He bounds to his feet and snuffs and sniffs, shaking his wet sides over the cliffs. He howls and hollers long and loud. But in quiet days, in May or June, when even the grasses on the dune play no more their reedy tune, with his head between his paws, so quiet, he scarcely snores. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaden. Up next, we have Lubna Sheikh from Indian International School, and Lubna is going to be reciting Good Morning Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Just waiting for Lubna to come on. Lubna, can you please accept Mia's spotlight? Mia is helping us today to go through the list, and she'll be sending you an invite to accept the spotlight request. Hi, Lubna. Can you say something so that we can make sure we can hear you? Hello. We can't hear you, Lubna. Okay. I think that Lubna is being helped by her teacher, and we'll just give them a minute to fix the sound. We can't hear you, Lubna. Lubna, we can't hear you.
Ma'am, now can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, but we can't see you anymore.
Ma'am, I'm on another device now.
Okay. Okay, one second. Yes. Okay, just hang on a minute, Lubna, just hang on a minute. Yes, I think now it's good. Can you say something? We'll just make sure we can hear you well.
Is it fine?
Yes, it's very good. Brilliant. All the best, Lubna.
My name is Lubna. I'm from IAS DSO, and I would like to recite a poem by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students. The principal said, please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we will spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to run the walls, to scream in the classrooms, and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study, there won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and actually strange. Go put on a clown suit or dye your hair green or copy your face on a Xerox machine. Tomorrow it's back to the regular grind. Today just go crazy, you really don't mind. So tear up your homework, we'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Lubna. I believe we have Parshava there with you as well.
Yes.
Hi, Parshava. I think if your teacher's there, can you just let her know that your voice is echoing a little bit? So if there's something you can do to fix that, that'll be great.
Okay.
It's echoing, yes. I think maybe it's because of the space that you're in.
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you. It's just that we can hear a bit of an echo. Okay, say something.
Now you speak.
Say something, Parshva.
Hello.
Yes, stay a little bit closer because it's echoing less if you're closer to the device. Okay, that's good. So let me just introduce you. This is Parshva Parnav Kumar from Indian International School, and he is also going to be reciting Good Morning Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. All the best to you, Parshva.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, dear students. The principal said, please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today, we will spend the day playing outside. Just then, take the whole school on a carnival ride. We learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw the walls, to scream in the classroom and run in the halls. So bring your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to do a mess. You don't have to study, there won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act very strange. Go put on a clown suit and turn your hair green and copy your face on a Xerox machine. Tomorrow, it's back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy. We really don't mind. So tear up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Parshva. Up next, we have Niranjan Ranjit Nair. Niranjan is from Indian School Al-Ain and is going to be reciting Good Morning Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Hi, Niranjan.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you and hear you also. All the best, Niranjan.
Thanks. Respected judges and dear friends, very good morning to one and all. I am Niranjan Nair and I am going to recite the poem Good Morning Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down the pencils and go back to bed. Today, we will spend the day playing outside and then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We learn to eat candy while watching TV. We'll listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning how to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. Oh, sorry. So the teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't need to study. There won't be a test. So if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go, put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow, it's back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy. We really don't mind. So tear up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Niranjan. Next is Insha Khan, again from Indian School Al-Ain. Insha is going to be reciting Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. Hi, Insha.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, one and all. My name is Insha Khan,
and I'm going to recite Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash.
All the best.
Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said, Isabel, glad to meet you. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and straightened her hair up. Then Isabel quietly ate the bear up. Once in a night, as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled. Help, help, Isabel, the old witch crowed. I'll turn you into an ugly toad. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage and she showed no rancor. But she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Isabel met a hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy. The giant was horrid. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. Good morning, Isabel, the giant said. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled the zwieback that she always fed off, and when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and he poked till he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was of cuffs and chills. The doctor's satchel bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, swallow this. It will make you well. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor, and Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Whenever you meet a boogaboo, remember what Isabel used to do. Don't scream when the boogaboo says, boo! Just look it in the eye and say, boo to you! That's how to banish a boogaboo. Isabel did it, and you can too. Boo to you! Thank you.
Thank you, Insha. Up next, we have Farah Al-Suleiman Al-Daher from International School of Creative Science. Farah is going to be reciting See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest.
Hello, can you
Hi,
see?
Farah. Yes.
You?
Yes, it's all good. All the best to you.
Good morning. I'm going to recite See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. When you're up against a trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a break. When it's vain to trust God, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself from fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset. But remember, you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up. Whatever you do, eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Farah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Up next, we have Javeria Nadeem. She is also from International School of Creative Science and is going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Hi, Javeria. You muted, yes.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello. Okay, so do I start now?
Yes, all good, all the best.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing Good Morning, Dear Students. Can you guys see me like properly? Or is this too high?
We can see your face. We can see you up till your neck. Is that okay? Is
Okay,
that how
so-
you wanted it? Now we can
Yeah.
see you up until your torso. Yeah,
Okay, is that better?
yeah, that's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Okay, I'm gonna start now. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we will spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, scream in the classrooms, and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you'd prefer, for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow, it's back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy. We don't really mind. So tear up your homework and we'll give you an A. Oh, wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day.
Thank you, Javeria.
Thank you.
Up next is Zachary Nai from Jabal Ali School. Zachary is going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Hi, Zachary.
Hi, today I'm going to be performing Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today you're going to spend the day playing outside, then you're going to take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV. We'll listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, scream in the classroom, and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, and bike, because it's time for you and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't need to study. There won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Put on a clown suit, dye hair green, copy a face on a Xerox machine. Tomorrow it's back to the regular grind. But today just go crazy. We really don't mind. Tear up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh wait, just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Zachary. And I believe with you, there is Eva Boo McDonald. Eva is also from Jabal Ali School and it's going to be performing The Sound Collector by Roger McGaugh. Hi, Eva.
Hello, I'm Eva Boo and I'm going to be reciting The Sound Collector by Roger McGaugh.
Sounds good. All the best.
A stranger came this morning. He was just all in black and grey. He put every sound into a bag and carried them away. The whistling of the kettle and the turning of the lock, the purring of the kitten and the ticking of the clock, the popping of the toaster and the crunching of the flakes, and when you spread the marmalade, the scraping noise it makes, the hissing of the frying pan and the ticking of the grill, the bubbling of the bathtub as it starts to fill, the drumming of the raindrops on the window pane, and when you do the washing up, the gurgle of the drain, the crying of the baby, and the squeaking of the chair, the swishing of the curtain, and the creaking of the stair. A stranger called this morning. He didn't leave his name. He left us in silence. Life will never be the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. Up next is Sajna Gauri from Jess Jumeirah. Sajna is going to be performing 8 Tentacles by Julia Donaldson. Hi, Sajna.
Hi, my name is Sajna and I'm going to be performing a poem called 8 Tentacles by Julia Donaldson.
All the best.
If only I had an octopus, I'd soon get my housework done. I'd set him to work on the hoovering with tentacle number 1. Tentacle number 2 would grab a mop and start on the kitchen floor while he dusted and polished the furniture with tentacles 3 and 4. Tentacle 5 would turn on the tap and tackle the washing up, while tentacle 6 took a well-earned break and curled around a china cup. Tentacle 7 would make the beds and set all the pillows straight, and all that time he'd be bouncing on tentacle number 8.
Thank you, Sajna. And also from Jess Jumeirah, we have Ella Varco. Ella is going to be reciting My Dog by Vernon Scannell. Hello, Ella. Ella, you'll have to accept Mia's invite so that we can have you in the spotlight. Okay, I think we'll have to come back to Ella. I think she's rejoining. We'll come back to Ella. Let's move on to Dishita Dabas from JSS International School. Dishita is going to be performing A Poison Tree by William Blake. Hi, Dishita.
Hi, am I visible?
Yes. Can you say something else? Just make sure we can hear you.
My name is Dishita Dabas, and I'm going to be reciting A Poison Tree by William Blake.
Yes, it's perfect. All the best, Dishita.
I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. And I sunned it with smiles and sweet, deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had willed the pole. In the morning, glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. Thank you.
Thank you, Dishita. Up next is Mukund Emedi Dheeraj. Mukund is also from JSS International School and is going to be performing The Listeners by Walter de la Mare. Hello, Mukund.
Hello. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, we can hear you. Is it safe for you to take off your mask or are you with other people? Just,
I think I can go now. Thank you.
if it's safe, you can take it off. Yes. Okay, say
Shall I
something
start?
now.
Hello, I'm Mukund MD Dheeraj, and I'm reciting The Listeners by Walter de la Mare.
Great. All the best to you, Mukund.
Is anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking at the moonlit door. And in the silence his horse champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor, and a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house den stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of the men. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry.
Mukund, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. My apologies for interrupting you. I'm so sorry, but we lost your video.
Yeah, ma'am. I have few problems since I'm on my phone.
Okay, so because we can see you now, but when you started reciting, we lost your video. Now we lost your video. So are you comfortable with not having your video? But we can see you now.
I'm not sure, ma'am. I don't have another device here also, so I can't log in again.
Okay, so then go for it if this is the only device you have, because we can see you for a bit and then we lose you. So okay, my apologies. I just wanted to
I'm
make
very sorry, ma'am.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Shall I start again, ma'am, or should I continue?
I think start again. That'll be better.
Is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door. And his horse in the silence champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house den stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men, stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved, cropping the dark turf neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door, even louder, and lifted his head. Tell them I came, and no one answered, that I kept my word, he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house from the one man left awake. Aye, they heard his foot upon the stirrup and the sound of iron on stone, and that's how the silence spurred softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone.
Thank you, Mukund.
Thank you.
We are going to go back to Ella now. Ella Varco from Jess Jumeirah, who's going to be reciting My Dog by Vernon Scannell. I think we need Ella in the spotlight, Mia, right? Hi, Ella, just give us a second. We're just trying to get you in the spotlight. Yes, can you say something? Oh, we can't hear you.
Hi.
Yes, Now we can. Okay, all the best, Ella. Go for it.
I will be performing My Dog by Vernon Scannell. My dog belongs to no name breed, a bit of this and that. His head looks like a small haystack. He's lazy, smelly, and fat. If I say sit, he walks away. If I throw stick or ball, he flops down in the grass as if he's got no legs at all. Then looks at me with eyes that say, you do that thing, not me. You want it back, then you get it back. Fair is fair, you must agree. He's a thief. Last week, for one, he stole the Sunday roast and showed no guilt as we sat down to beans on toast. The only time I've seen him run and he went like a flash was when a mugger in the park tried to steal my cash. My loyal, brave companion flew like a missile to the gate and didn't stop till safely home and left me to my fate. And would I stop him for a dog, feeding, cleaning, good, an honest, faithful, lively chap? Oh boy, I would. Thank you.
Thank you, Ella. And up next is Beatrice Bedrigal. And Beatrice is from Jumeirah Baccalaureate School and is going to be reciting The Sea by James Reeves. Beatrice, please accept Mia's spotlight request. There we go.
Hello, my name is Beatrice. I'm going to be performing The Sea.
Would you like to step a little bit forward, Beatrice, so that we can hear you better? Say something now.
Hello, I'm going to be performing The Sea.
Perfect. All the best.
The sea is a hungry dog, giant and grey. He rolls on the beach all day with his clashing teeth and shaggy jaws. Hour upon hour he gnaws the rumbling, tumbling stones and bones, 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 bones. The giant sea dog moans, licking his greasy paws, and when the night wind roars and the moon rocks in the stormy clouds, he bounces to his feet and snuffs and sniffs, shaking his wet sides over the cliffs, and howls and hollows long and loud. But on quiet days in May or June, when even the grasses on the dune play no more their reedy tune, with his head between his paws, he lies on the sandy shores, so quiet, he scarcely snores. Thank you.
Thank you, Beatrice. That brings us to Louis McNamara. Louis is from Jumeirah Baccalaureate School and is going to be reciting The Sound Collector by Roger McGaw. Hi, Louis. Can you say something? We'll just make sure we can hear you.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, great. Go for it. All the best.
My name is Louis, and I'm going to be performing The Sound Collector by Roger McGuff. A stranger came this morning, dressed all in black and grey, put every sound into a bag and carried them away. The whistling of the kettle, the turning of the lock, the purring of the kitten, the ticking of the clock, the popping of the toaster, the crunching of the flakes. When you spread marmalade, the scraping noise it makes. The hissing of the frying pan, the ticking of the grill, the bubbling of the bathtub as it starts to fill, the drumming of the raindrops on the window pane. When you do the washing up, the gurgle of the drain, the crying of the baby, the squeaking of the chair, the swishing of the curtain, the creaking of the stair. A stranger called this morning. He didn't leave his name, left us only silence. Life will never be the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Louis. That brings us to the end of our lineup for the 8 to 13-year-olds for this morning. Just calling out for Himaya School for Boys. If you're here, Ryan Muhammad, Abdul Rahman Muhammad Ali. If you're here, please send a message in the chat because we can't seem to spot you. Let's give you a few seconds. Okay, I believe we can move on to the 14 to 18 age category now. All the best to all of you for your performance for this morning. Please remember that you have to give us a reason as to why you chose this particular poem. First up, we have Haniel Jacob Matthews from Indian International School. Haniel is going to be performing The Power of the Dog by Rudyard Kipling.
Good morning. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Haniel.
Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. If it is safe to take off your mask, you can do so. If it's
I'm
not, then you...
in school, so I can't take off my
Okay,
mask.
that's fine. Continue wearing it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All the best.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Haniel Jacob, and today I'll recite a very powerful poem, The Power of the Dog. This poem relates to me very well because while in my grandparents' house, we had a golden retriever named Brownie, and me and my sister grew very attached to him. Sadly, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, he ran away and we could never find him. This happened during my school year, so we really couldn't go back and help my grandparents. So this poem perfectly reflects how I felt after he went missing, and it reminds me of how much he was loved and how much pain there was after he went missing. The Power of the Dog by Rudyard Kipling. There is sorrow enough in the natural way from men and women to fill our day. And when we are certain of sorrow in store, why do we always arrange for more? Brothers and sisters, I bid you beware of giving your heart to a dog to tear. Buy a pup and your money will buy love unflinching that cannot lie, perfect passion and worship fed by a kick in the ribs or a pat on the head. Nevertheless, it is hardly fair to risk your heart for a dog to care. In the 14 years which nature permits, a closing in asthma or tumor or fits, and the vet's unspoken prescription runs to lethal chambers or loaded guns, then you will find it's your own affair. But you've given your heart to a dog to tear. When the body that lived at your single will, with its whimper of welcome, is still, how still? Is gone wherever it goes for good. You will discover how much you care and will give your heart to a dog to tear. We've enough sorrow in this natural way when it comes to burying Christian clay. Our loves are not given, but only lent at compound interest of cent per cent. Though it is not always the case, I believe that the longer we've kept him, the more do we grieve. For when debts are payable, right or wrong, a short time loan is as bad as a long. So why in heaven, before we are there, should we give our hearts to a dog to tear? Thank you.
Thank you, Haniel. Up next with us is Meenakshi Suraj Sena. Meenakshi is also from Indian International School and is going to be reciting The Paradox by Sarah Kay. Hi, Meenakshi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you say something? Say your name or something so that we can. Oh, is that where you're going to be for your performance? Okay. Say something from there so that we can make sure we can hear you well.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's good. All the best, Meenakshi.
Thank you. So, good morning, respected judge, teachers, panelists, and viewers. My name is Meenakshi, and I am from the Indian International School. So, I have chose the poem The Paradox by Sarah Kay. So, in a world of confusion, chaos, and restlessness, in a world where each of our moves are questioned and assessed, and in a world where all we really want to do is be somewhere or someone else. I chose this poem, The Paradox, as it truly resonates with myself when I read about the various contradictions in what we think and what actually happens to us within ourselves and often without. We land up in uncountable, unpredictable situations. And as a teenager myself, I think I could really relate to this, every word of the poem, as I'm still on the path of understanding life itself. So I truly appreciate Sarah Key for choosing such a complex theme and laying it down in lucid, crisp, free verses, keeping the mystery element alive, just like in our lives. So, The Paradox by Sarah Key. When I am inside writing, all I can think about is how I should be outside living. When I am outside living, all I can do is notice all there is to write about. When I read about love, I think I should be out loving. When I love, I think I need to read more. I am stumbling in the pursuit of grace. I hunt patience with a vengeance. On mornings when my brother's tired muscles held to the pillow, my father used to tell him, for every moment you aren't playing basketball, someone else is on the court practicing. I spend most of my time wondering if I should be somewhere else. Instead, I have learned to shape the words, thank you, with my first breath each morning, my last breath every night. And when the last breath comes, at least I will know I was thankful for all the places I was so sure I was not supposed to be, all the places I made it to, all the loves I held, all the words I wrote. And even if it's just for one moment, I will be exactly where I'm supposed to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Up next is Anugraha KTP from Indian School An. And Anugraha is going to be reciting Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas.
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am.
Anugraha.
Hi, ma'am. I hope you can see me and hear me properly.
Yes, it's all very good. All the best to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends, good morning to one and all. Today, I'm going to recite the poem, Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. I chose this poem because it conveys a really strong moral, and also the central theme of the poem is really relevant to the present society. The central theme of the poem conveys that life is precious and should be fought when facing its end. And it also says that family is the most valuable thing in your life and should be protected at all costs. The poem expresses that all the people should live life in such a way that they have no regrets while facing death. Do not go gentle into that good night by Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right. Because their words had fraught no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men the last wave by crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage against the dying of the light. wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of delight. And you, my father, are on the sad height. Curse, bless me now with your fierce tears. I pray, do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of delight. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Anugraha. Up next, we have Bettina Benny from Indian School Al Ain. Bettina is going to be reciting Clouds and Waves by Rabindranath Tagore. Hi, Bettina.
Good morning. Good morning to all. Am I audible? Respected judges, am I audible? Shall I start?
Yes, you are. You may start. All the best to you.
Mother, the folk who live up in the clouds call out to me. We play from the time we wake till the day ends. We play with the golden dawn. We play with the silver moon. I ask, but how am I to get up to you? They answer, come to the edge of the earth, lift up your hands to the sky, and you will be taken up into the clouds. My mother is waiting for me at home, I say. How can I leave her and come? Then they smile and float away. But I know a nicer game than that, mother. I shall be the cloud and you the moon. I shall cover you with both my hands, and our housetop will be the blue sky. The folk who live in the waves call out to me. We sing from morning till night. On and on we travel and know not where we pass. I ask, but how am I to join you? They tell me, come to the edge of the shore and stand with your eyes tight shut, and you will be carried out upon the waves. I say, my mother always wants me at home in the evening. How can I leave her and go? They smile, dance, and pass by. But I know a better game than that. I will be the waves, and you will be the strange shore. I shall roll on and on and on, and break upon your lap with laughter, and no one in the world will know where we both are. Thank you. The justification. Rabindranath Tagore's poem, Clouds and Waves, illustrate the loving mother-child relationship through literature. The poem exhibits the deep bond the child has with her mother, who is reluctant to abandon her for otherworldly excitement and delights. I personally think it also expresses how people today are highly inclined to abandon the family relationship for mere earthly allurements. The poem also has a deep message to those adults who neglect family bond and chase wealth and other satisfaction. Thank you.
Thank you, Bettina. Now we're going to call out for Mariam Adnan from International School of Creative Science. Mariam, if you are there, please can you identify yourself in the chat box? Okay, we have Maria Hussain on, right? I'll announce. Hi, Maria. I'll just announce you. So this is Maria Hussain from International School of Creative Science, and Maria is going to be reciting Still I Rise by Maya Angelou.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Hussain. I'll be reciting Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. My justification, I chose this poem because It inspires me to stand up for myself and embrace my femininity. This poem is about Maya Angelou trying to prove those who have doubted her wrong and rise until she reaches the top. And it really inspires and encourages me to do the same. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Did you, just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise? Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I am a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. I'm sorry, I don't.
It's okay, take your time.
I'm sorry, I don't really remember the next line.
Okay, it's all right. If you'd like to restart something, we'll give you a minute.
I'm sorry, I can't remember at all.
Okay.
Can I just skip this line?
Yes, yes. You can move on.
Into a daybreak that's wondrous, where I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Thank you, Mareha. And that brings us to the end of the lineup for this morning. I'm just going to give out a shout out for Mariam Adnan, Mariam from International School of Creative Science. If you are here, please send us a message. And also Himaya School for Boys. If Ryan Muhammad and Abdul Rahman Muhammad Ali from Himaya School for Boys are here, we can see one person in the meeting who we cannot identify. If it is one of you, please send us a message in the chat box. We don't want to miss anyone this morning. Meanwhile, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this morning. You've made our morning very special by your performances. And please remember that you are all heroes, and many congratulations to all of you for having the courage to come up here and perform this morning. We know that it takes a lot, especially in these circumstances when you have to come up on a screen and you can't really see the audience or the judges. So this is a huge achievement for you. Whether you move on to the next round or not, please always remember that. And thank you for participating in the Emirates NBD Poetry for All competition. And a huge thank you to Danabel, our judge, for being here with us. So I think this is it for this morning's session. We're going to say goodbye to everyone and thank you again. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, everyone.